Divine Masculine, hello and welcome back to my channel, Lumen Moon Tarot. I'm here to do your energy check for this weekend, and it's kind of a love reading too. The Divine Feminine is in here. So this is a collective read now, so it's not going to resonate with everyone, but if it doesn't resonate with you, it's okay. Just click off and visit one of the other readers on YouTube. There's plenty of great ones. This is also for adults only. All right, Divine Masculine, let's get started. For this weekend, your energies are, you are in the Ten of Swords energy. That means you are, as far as in your mind and your thoughts, but the thoughts are burdensome for you. They're not good thoughts. These are stabbing, cutting thoughts. And you can't handle any more of them. And what are they about? They're about being left out in the cold. You basically cannot handle being left out in the cold anymore. It's so burdensome for you that you can't take it. You're left out in the cold. No one to really discuss the depth of the inner turmoil that you're feeling. You know, alone. You may not be alone, but inside you feel alone. You know what I'm saying? And that's the worst kind of lonely. And you know, the Divine has shown you the reasons why you feel this way. See, the Divine is involved in this, okay? They're showing you the reasons why you feel this way. And you can't handle these thoughts anymore. All these demons are your own demons of the things that you've done and the mistakes that you've made and the things that you haven't cleared up yet. Okay? But one of the things that's bothering you the most, that you just can't handle all these burdens, it's just killing you in your thoughts, is the fact that you are out in the cold with no one to really relate with you. You're hiding. You're hiding maybe your true feelings about something or your true thoughts. Where you are is very dark. I don't know. But that's what I'm getting right off the bat. Now here we have another burdens card. You can't handle any more burdens. You're at a tens in this card as well. And these are burdens, like passions. Like these are things that kind of hurt your heart and just make you feel intense, okay? But these, you just, I mean, you see this dead carcass laying here. You're staring at something that's dead. But here's the thing. You're very, very burdened because you want to come in and offer a cup of love, maybe. And I say maybe because the Knight of Cups, this is just a knight. Really, no one knows what's in that cup. It might be love. I have a tendency to call it a cup of emotion, but you want to offer a cup of emotion to your Three of Cups. Well, this is a Three of Cups card, but this person, if you look at this card, this is a very interesting depiction of the Three of Cups. This would be like, it can be considered a third-party card, but I'm not reading it that way. I'm actually reading it as like a celebration card, a coming together card. And I'm seeing this as, in one way, I'm seeing it as you're heavily burdened, heavily burdened to the point where you can't take any more of the burden regarding coming in with an offer of emotion, okay? An offer of emotion to this person here, right? Maybe when this quarantine is over, when people can come out and celebrate, when people can come and get together, okay? That's what I'm seeing is kind of like the timing involved here is almost feels like you're burdened by this because you want to come in, but you can't until maybe you can get together. But in this depiction, though, this person, there's a woman here on a pedestal who is getting assistance from the divine. And I'm seeing this as, this is the person that you want to offer this cup to, okay? I'm not just seeing this as a Three of Cups card, celebratory card. I'm just seeing it as you want to offer your cup to this woman who you have on a pedestal, which you know is getting assistance from the divine. And that would be your divine feminine, okay? Divine masculine. Your central focus here is justice. Whether it's good or bad for you, it is your central focus, okay? Now, when the cards came out, they kind of came out in little bitty clumps. And it kind of split off into two sides, okay, which I thought was extremely interesting. The justice here on one side for the divine feminine who is coming in as the Queen of Wands. Now, this is a person who takes passionate action to go after what she wants. Okay, passionately go after what she wants. Like, she is going to get what she wants, and she does it with a passion. She's not messing around at all. And she's going after a new beginning. And the justice in this situation is that she's going to get that. You have now two justice cards in the same row from different decks in the same reading. So that's really important, okay? So that's on one side of the justice, okay, for this whole situation. The other side is of the justice for you is that this cycle is closing. Well, this cycle has closed already, divine masculine, and divine masculines all over have been warned, not just with tarot card readings, but with what's the word I'm looking for? With signs, basically, in your own. You might be picking up on words in music lyrics. You might be picking up on things that somebody says passing by you on the street. You might pick up on something that is said on TV. Maybe they mention the name of your divine feminine. Maybe the story seems similar. There's similarities. There's there's very significant moments where you might actually be receiving signs and know that this cycle has closed. You're gonna feel it, okay? So this is part of your justice here, is that the cycle is closing. You know, you are out in the cold and it is driving you crazy, and you're very burdened because you want to come in and offer a cup of emotion to the divine feminine here, who's up on a pedestal receiving help from the divine. Yeah, but the cycle is closed. It's closed. The justice in here is that the divine feminine is fed up and has stood up for herself and said, enough is enough. I'm going after something new. I'm going to take a leap of faith into something new. And she's going to get it. She's going to get her something new, and it's going to be wonderful. I mean, I can pull clarifiers, but and your justice in this situation on your side is that this is closed now. It's the old cycle is closed. This is done. Wrap it up. It's time for the new cycle to begin. You have received clarity, or you will receive clarity in this situation, and know beyond the shadow of a doubt that you need to come to your divine feminine with an apology. However, right back to the justice again, is that the cycle is closed. So what I'm getting is You know, at least for right now in this reading, this justice for you just kind of keeps going around and around and around, sort of in your mind, keeping yourself feel like you're out in the cold, because you don't, you want to approach your divine feminine with an offer of emotion, which would be this apology, right? But you don't know how. She's up on a pedestal and you know she's getting help from the divine. She's protected. And meanwhile, she is in her Queen of Wands energy, tough as nails pretty much, and sexy as hell. She's sexy as fuck. She looks great. She's burning. Men want her. Women want to be her. And you know what? It's about high time she gets the attention, because she deserves every bit of it. And the second she stood up for herself, she was granted that wish to start anew. New. Not something from the past, but something new. Yeah. So, all right, how do you feel about all of this, divine masculine? How does divine masculine feel in his heart space regarding the divine feminine? Yeah, interesting spread, the way the cards just kind of took me. I like it. You might have to do that again. Divine, show us how divine masculine feels in his heart space and thinks, maybe, in this situation. Anything you can show us, divine. Oh, we got a flipper. A lot of flippers, actually, but I'm not going to take them out. You feel love. You feel love. Love for, this says platonic love, devoted, affectionate, and tender. I think you're softening to the divine feminine, especially considering the fact that, as for the moment, you're not getting her. As for the moment, in this reading, you're not getting her. You're also feeling very vulnerable. Very vulnerable, divine masculine. And you may possibly even be afraid. Vulnerable, I'm feeling, these two came out together. Vulnerable because here we have a man who's left out in the cold and trapped in his thoughts, which are horrible for him, right? This is you, right? You want to offer a cup of love, but this woman is up on a pedestal. How do you reach her? Clearly you need to offer an apology. You know this is over. You know she's in the Queen of Wands energy and is going after what she wants. You know the divine is here handing you justice. Putting justice, bringing justice to this situation. Let's just put it at that. The divine themselves are putting justice in this situation, okay? Bringing justice to it. And so that would make somebody feel very vulnerable, because if you don't do something and you don't say something, divine masculine, you know the fear here of what you're losing. You know the fear of what you're losing. And the vulnerability here is the fact that you're doing it of your own accord. You know, all of this is a choice, divine masculine. All of it is a choice. Yeah, and so, you know, not knowing what to do, you're feeling very desperate in this situation. You have no time. You're under a quarantine. You're stuck where you are. You're stuck. And you have two final burden cards. You're left out in the cold with no one to share your situation with. you know, truly, over a woman you've put on a pedestal, but clearly the cycle is over with. Like, where are some ideas here? That's what I'm hearing. Where are some ideas here? Somebody give me some ideas of how to pull myself out of this, so I don't lose. You know, you're going to lose your grip. You're going to lose your grip. Yeah. But you are grateful. It says here that you're grateful, thankful, appreciative, and blessed. Appreciative is the word that jumps out at me the most. I think you finally are seeing your divine feminine for who she really is, and in her strength and her power. I think you've realized and you have had clarity on exactly who she is and how meaningful she is for you and for the rest of the world, really, to be honest with you. It's time that people saw. It's time for the divine feminine to start showing herself. You know, a lot of divine feminines and people that, you know, that light workers keep themselves, well, have kept themselves under wraps, just as a protection tool. And sometimes the world does that when people aren't ready for that kind of information. You know, they'll keep it under wraps. How does your divine feminine feel about you, divine masculine? But it's time for the divine feminines to show themselves now, for the light workers that we are. Yeah. Yeah, inadequate came out in reverse though. All right, divine feminine is extremely disappointed. She's disappointed in the connection. She's disappointed in where it went. She's disappointed in herself for letting this go on this long. She's disappointed in the amount of time that it wasted, the amount of motion that it wasted, and the amount of energy that it wasted. She's disappointed. She's disappointed for trusting someone like that. She's disappointed in that character that was shown to her. And she's disappointed in the fact that there doesn't seem like there's enough care from her divine masculine to try to make an attempt to change it into at least do the right thing. Not as of yet. Not as of yet. She's feeling disappointed. Now this came out in reverse. This is inadequate. So guess what? In reverse, guess what that means? It means that she's got the power. It means she's not inadequate. It means that maybe you thought at one point she was inadequate, but she managed to flip that shit. She managed to flip that shit right upside down. But she's still disappointed in you because you haven't flipped your character yet. You've totally changed her mind about you. I mean, there's cards flipping here in the upside down, so. In the upside down. So maybe she watches Stranger Things. Maybe you watch Stranger Things and there's something in there in the upside down. Maybe it feels like your situation. If you ever watch that show. What else can you show us about this connection, divine? This is going to be a quick reading for you, divine masculine. We have a tendency to see sort of the same stuff in every reading, except for this week. The divine feminine is truly in her power and is being granted that new beginning. Yeah, there's a lot of regret here, and I'm feeling this on both sides. I'm feeling, divine masculine, that you have your own set of regrets. But I'm also feeling that the Divine Feminine has regrets in this too. I don't know about how things went down with you guys personally. Take it however it resonates, but maybe some things were said on both sides that were unfair. Maybe each of you handled the situation unfairly for each other or something. Maybe there were fighting. Maybe somebody did something wrong to the other. But the thing is here is, when you look at this card for the Divine Feminine, she's got a picture that she's torn up. I think the Divine Feminine's major regret here is that she believed in somebody in the first place. She believed in your character, and you disappointed her tremendously. Tremendously. And I think that is her regret, that she got involved, and she feels with regret. With this card, I feel it's more of a naive, I regret getting involved. I regret getting involved. I regret being with this person. She tore up the picture. That's her regret, was the whole scene to begin with. Whew. Okay, any advice for, let's use this deck. Any advice for Divine Masculine for this weekend in his current energy? Any advice for Divine Masculine for this weekend? You're extremely burdened. Temperance. Have faith. Do some healing. Have faith and do healing. Okay? Heal yourself. Try to cleanse this burdensome feeling that you feel, at least just for a little while, so that you can heal a little bit, so that you can think your way through this, so that you can go a little bit further with it. Okay? That's actually really, really good advice. Do you have anything else for Divine Masculine? And then we'll wrap it up for you, Divine Masculine. Oh. Yeah. We got the Empress. The Empress is no longer working on this. It came out in reverse. The Empress is no longer working on this, Divine Masculine. The Empress is no longer working on this connection. So you're going to have to use some temperance here. You're going to need temperance to try to get you through this. Okay? To try to get you through this. All right, that's about all that I have for you, Divine Masculine, for this week. I hope that resonated with somebody. Thank you all very much for your likes, subscribes, and shares and donations. I appreciate all the support that I can get. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I hope to see you back next week. Try to take care of yourselves and do some healing. And see you on the flip side. Peace out.